All right, we are very excited to be joined by the #1 ranked heavyweight in the power slap game right now, the sport that is taking the nation and the globe by storm. Our guy, Nate Bernard, #1, he's a football guy like us. All right, played at Southwestern Oklahoma State. He's from Buffalo, New York. He goes by the Buffalo Soldier. And Nate, man, it's good to finally talk to you and not being getting slapped by you.
Yeah, 100%. It's good talking to y'all too.
Definitely, man. Well, we got to catch you out there in Vegas, man. It's an unbelievable event. You know, the way that Dana and them do it, it's all first class. You guys look like you were having a ton of fun out of there. And I just got to ask you, man, right now, you know, when you look, you're the #1 ranked heavyweight. You got a big one against Damian, the Bell Dibble, which we'll get into. I know you probably got a couple things to say to him, but I got to ask you, man, how did you get into like power slap? Like, how did you just see it? And you were like, man, and start like rubbing your hands together. Like, what? How did that happen?
Pretty much, I was just went to my folks' house, and you know, we always watch movies and everything together, just kick it. And then we were just watching YouTube one time, and next thing you know, we see power slap on that thing. And then so my dad went ahead and said, "You should go ahead, sign up." And I'm just like, "Nah, no way, you're tripping." So throughout the rest of the week, he kept, badgering me and hollering at me to go ahead and do it. So I went ahead, found the application thing on the line, went ahead, signed up, and then lo and behold, now I'm here. So, I mean, it was kind of an interesting turn of events, but I was working out one day, and then I get a phone call from Erica, the talent manager, and next thing you know, I'm in Vegas for my first match.
Did you have to send in like a video of you doing stuff, or you're like, "Hey, look at me, I'm 6'5", 265. I mean, I'll slap you across the border if you're standing straight up enough."
Right. So like initially, how it went down, that first time when I submitted the application, I think it was, believe, the very next day they hit me up with email, and they wanted all of my credentials. They wanted, height, weight, whole body image, things if I've had fighting experience in the past, my background, just in sports, where I'm from, this, that, the third. So I went ahead, did that. And then when I got the call, then they kind of coursed me through everything that's going to happen. Okay, you're going to get emails. We're going to fly you down, but you're going to get emails in preparation for you to do it. So I had about like 3 weeks till the first fight. And then whole 2 weeks, I was just running everywhere in Buffalo, doing doctor's appointments, the visits, MRI, this, that, the third, just to make sure, I'm all sound and ready to go. And then I'm calling my homies. I'm just like, "Yo, I ain't never been smacked. I've been in fights. I ain't never been smacked."
Different.
There's a difference. So we went ahead. I just called them up. I grabbed a mouth guard from my house.
No way.
Went over to their crib, and we went downstairs in the basement, set it all up. I mean, they both cracked the shit out of me. So we went ahead and did that thing.
Dude, that's why. Well, I wonder how else you get prepared for it.
Yeah.
Like, I know what his tryout video should have been this. I mean, Nate, just put your hand up to the camera. That's his tryout video. Yeah, so you hit that. Dude, when you beat Dwayne, the sound it made when your hand hit Dwayne Crespo's face, like it sounded like when a big wave hits the shore, like in the ocean. Like, I mean, we saw it live, David.
So right there, front and center, Nate. Hey, when you're standing there across from another man, mano a mano, right, and you got your wind up going, and it's really time to unleash, what's going through your mind?
Honestly, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I got a big old hand, but I wear contacts on the regular. So I'm trying to make sure, like, squint and look at him, make sure I'm all measured up. But to be honest, I'm really trying to take his head off. Like, that's my mentality with it. I mean, I'm in there for no other gimmicks other than to win.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to knock your head off.
And when you connect and you get one clean, like, whether or not you got somebody clean or not. When you get somebody clean, like, they're really not eating that, right, Nate? Like, they're done.
Like, come on, no. Like, that last one that I had against Crespo, I mean, I'll be honest, it was a big deciding factor for everybody to see whether or not I had a chin and to see if I could go ahead and take a slap.
Mhm.
So when I go ahead, unleash and hit him, I'm like, all right, damn, I got to get smacked now. Shit.
Yeah.
So he goes ahead, smacks me. I'm solid. I don't move. You feel me? Like maybe there's just a little tense up just to make sure I get my composure back, but I was good. And then every single one after that I smacked him, I mean, you can tell, I mean, who's real damaged. I mean, dude's stumbling, fumbling, doing everything under the sun. I'm like, I'm gonna eat them things. Like that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking about getting slapped, if you're tired of getting slapped by woke candy companies that think Frankenstein can become his own bride, that's why we launched Jeremy's Chocolate with he, him, and she, her bars, only one of which has nuts. You can figure out which one, right? But our domination over Big Chocolate isn't over. Not by a long shot. No shot. Just in time for Halloween, we're proud to introduce Jeremy's Chocolate in microaggression size. What a better way to share your values than handing out our chocolates. Taking down the leftists, one microaggression sized bite at a time. That's truly delicious. So go to jeremy'schocolate.com and order yours today.
Well, I'm trying to keep my composure right now because I'm thinking of a 6'5", 270-pound man squinting at me before he slaps the shit out of me. That's kind of rough, in my opinion. Let me ask you this. All right, so you were a defensive lineman, correct?
Yeah.
And one big thing with defensive linemen, if you don't know, is hand placement.
Hand placement.
It's hand placement.
Hands.
How much has, being a defensive lineman in your past helped you in your present right now in Power Slap?
Oh, I'll say, I mean, tremendously. I mean, the hand-eye coordination is crazy just with being a defensive end in the past. Being able to, get off of blocks, or if you see a tackle or a guard, throwing their hands at you, being able to swat them away and dodge them before they even, have initial contact with yourself. So that helps hugely. And I know with the whole Power Slap deal, being in those trenches and, having your hand down in the ground, you can't have like weak hands to do that. It's weird to say, like, to talk about hands like this, but you really have to have some callous, big old mitts. Like, these things really have to be there. It's either because one of the guards or tackles trying to, shoot the hands at you. Two, you got to, all your force. I mean, granted, it's coming from down low, but it's coming right here. That's that push to, go ahead and get off that block. And then a big one too. I mean, if quarterback going to go ahead and throw that ball, I mean, you got to swat that thing or be able to pick that thing off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's just a huge play when it comes to like having, just monstrous hands for this thing.
You can't have the hands of a poet. It needs to look like you've been building fences your whole life.
Well, do you walk around? Because look, you got to protect.
Yeah.
It's like Ron Burgundy. Just don't touch the face, right?
Yeah.
You got to protect the hand. Do you walk around with a bubble on it? You put oil on it at night? Lathering that thing up, really getting the palms nice and tough. Is there any special?
I don't know. Or you just carry around
you just carry around rocks all day?
Yeah, something heavy.
Just outside slapping trees, or?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I mean, the first part of it when I found out I was doing this thing, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm gonna just keep doing what I've been doing. So I work out all the time. I mean, I don't really like moisturize my hands or nothing like that, because I mean, I like the callousy feel on my hands. You know what I'm saying? It feels like that feels like I've been to work. You know what I'm saying? So, and then just keep my hands all callous and tough, because I mean. I'm telling you, it's weird shaking somebody's hand and they got baby soft hands. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, I'm not trying to be my wife. I'm trying to shake your hand and like be cool with you. But I got to ask you, Damian the Bell Dibble, you got anything? I mean, this. You're looking to go 3-0. You're ranked number 1 right now. He's obviously trying to knock you off in the heavyweight division. I mean, you watched any tape on this guy? I mean, how are we feeling?
I mean, I'm confident, man. I mean, I watched tape all the way from when he did the slap fight in the slap fight league. I've watched all the way through then, all the way to Power Slap and all of his matches here. I've studied it out, had a breakdown. But then you can do all that studying and everything, but at the end of the day, there's a grown man trying to take your head off as much as you're trying to take his head off. And I know he's trying to go ahead and he's a little more quiet on the social media aspect. He's a little quiet in person in general.
Does that worry you more, or would you rather him be like just running his mouth off?
It don't mean much to me. I mean, I'm not much of a talker myself. I let my actions speak for themselves. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that quiet before the storm mentality, because I know it's not going to be all one-sided. You know, it's going to be a war. But at the end of the day, I know I'm coming on top.
Man, we can't wait to watch it. We're going to be out there watching again. I'll be bracing for impact.
Hey, Nate, hey, we're cool, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
no, we're cool.
Right? We're cool.
Well, I'm a defensive guy. Look,
Good.
receiver,
I'm seeing Vegas.
Don't let him trick you. Don't let him trick you. There's one defensive guy.
I retired.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I got the belt here, though.
We got the power slap belt
now.
Hey, come on. I'm going to take that thing. Don't worry.
That's exactly right. Well, Nate, man, good luck to you. We're going to be there watching you, man. Would love to have you on again. I remember Power Slap 5. He's going up against Damian the Bell Dibble. We're going to see how that goes. But after what I saw last time, I mean, my money's on Nate. Let's just put it that way. Nate, the Buffalo Soldier. Bernard, obviously from Buffalo, New York. Tough one against the Jags this past weekend, but it's the Bills. You know how it's going to go, man.
Yeah, come on now. You know, we'll go ahead and do our thing. That's it. Don't worry. We're going to keep going.
That's exactly right. All right, thank you so much, Nate.